Onetv special report.
Let's proceed for the District 2. First, to take the oath, may I call Honorable Calvin Tito C. Decina with his family, and of course, Board Member Honorable Nemesio D. Lahay-Lahay with his family.
Please raise your right hand. I, please state your name. Having been elected as
Sangguniang Panlalawigan, 2nd District of Misamis, Occidental,
hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge,
that I will well and faithfully discharge,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
the duties of my present position,
the duties of my present position,
and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the laws,
and that I will obey the laws,
legal orders,
and
decrees promulgated
promulgated
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, they have just taken their At this point, ladies and gentlemen, may I call Board Members Honorable Eduardo C. Cebedo with his family, Board Member Honorable Henry B. Estanio and family, and of course, Board Member Jerry R. Quizon and family. We'd like to request again Kong Jason and Kong Ando, VG Wing, and of course, Governor Henry, please.
Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name.
I, Henry V. Estanio,
Of
of PROV Sebak Tudela Misamis Occidental,
having been elected as
having been elected as Sangguniang Panlalawigan, 2nd District of Misamis Occidental,
hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
the duties of my present position
the duties of my present position
and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
and of all others that I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the laws,
that I will obey the laws,
legal orders, and decrees promulgated
and decrees promulgated
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation
without mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Board Member Eduardo Cebedo, Board Member Henry Estanio, and Board Member aron makumpleto, humana ang board member. Next, to take her oath of office, may I call Honorable Rowena L. Gutierrez to take her oath as the Vice Governor. I would like to request the family.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Rowena L. Gutierrez
of
of Eastern Poblacion, Lopisaina, Misamis Occidental,
having been elected as
Vice Governor, Misamis Occidental,
hereby solemnly swear
hereby solemnly swear
that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will unfaithfully discharge
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
the duties of my present position,
the duties of my present position,
and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
and of all others may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the laws,
and that I will obey the laws,
legal orders,
and
decrees promulgated
decrees promulgated
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. I,
Jason Paredes Almonte,
of
Purok 3, Villaflor, Oroqueta City,
having been elected as
the first district of Misamis Occidental,
hereby solemnly swear that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position, and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
and all others and hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and
that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our first district representative, Congressman Jason P. Almonte. Hear the message of our first district representative. a leader whose actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome 1st District Representative, Congressman Jason P. Almonte.
Thank you. Justice Jose Maidas Marquez, Governor-elect, our Deputy Speaker, Congressman Henry Waminal, Congressman-elect Ando Waminal, His Excellency, Father Archbishop Humuad, mga mayores sa tibuok probinsya, board members nga bag-o lang mi-take oath, and Vice Governor Weng, mayong buntag kanatong tanan. Admittedly, for the first time, karon ko kukulbaan mo storya at ubangan og dagang tao. So, since nakulbaan ko, kani akong istorya tanan, heartfelt ginik tanan. Tininuod yun ni. Daghang salamat to all you here today, to each and one of you who entrusted me with the privilege and honor to be the voice of the House of Representatives. I am certain that navigating through my new role and fulfilling my oath would be a daunting task. Lisod kayo ni, especially because ang nauna ka nako nga mga representative sa Misamis Occidental nga lisod kayo sundod. Akong special mention, ako ang dad who served for 2010 to 2019. Na ay mas labaw ni mo gamay dad, ang 2nd District Congressman, Deputy Speaker Henry Waminal. Undoubtedly, these are big shoes to fill in. I have kinahanglan ko daghang pag-ampo og tabang aning dapita. Kay kaning nauna nako mga iconic names na ni sa Misamis Occidental. Ang ilahang naagian, ang ilahang contribution sa tuang probinsya, lisod labwan, maningkamot lang ko makatupong aning dapita nilang duha. To be chosen to serve is a gift, and it is not a gift that is given to many. It is the gift that the recipient must give back, and giving back should be of values. Today, let me tell you that I do not intend to take my responsibility lightly. The fact that you have chosen me as your servant leader fills me with awe and invigorates me with a new resolve to do good and to do better. Actually, naglisod gyud ko og formulate on what to say. But to sum it up, the results of the May 9 elections, it always come to my mind nga ako ang gusto i-istorya is gusto lang gyud ko magpasalamat na lang always at this point in time. Because without my second family, the team as a family, definitely I could not have make it this time. So una-una, magpasalamat ko sa labawang makagagahom kanatong tanan nga gipahilo na ang maayong pagtinguha sa Asenso family. And lagyan ako og describe ang mga first district mayors sa ilahang contribution kanato. Daghang salamat Mayor Agniyap and Mayor-elect Haniat Chong, and Team Ascenso Balyangaw for closing the gap this time in this election. To Team Ascenso Concepcion, to Mayor Viña and Board Member Viña, daghan kayong salamat sa inyong gihatag nga iiway na misunod puhon kung naapay laing mo attempt ka nato sa medicine woman sa lungsod sa Concepcion. Daghan kayong salamat. Sa lungsod sa Sapang Dalaga, who consistently reminding me to always pay attention to the details during the campaign, nga kinahanglan the organization should always be seeking istorya deliberate, wala gyud mamis bisag usa. Akong amigo man ako tanan, Mayor Donji Animas and Team Ascenso Sapang Dalaga, and sa Team Ascenso Calamba headed by Mayor incoming First Lady Mayor Villanueva, SL Villanueva, and Mayor-elect Mayor June for naglisod gyud ko og word for consistently trying always to communicate in Binisya pa, kulit pa nagsa. Daghang salamat, we have made it sa Calamba. Sa lungsod sa Plaridel, daghang salamat sa advice, sa innocence of being a politician again to Mayor Gadwin. Daghang salamat. And sa lungsod sa Lupisayna, well, of course, we all know what Mayor Pinky and Vice Governor had went through. Dili sayon ang ilang naagian sa ilahang pamilya, and dili lang sila ang biktima ato kaniadto, kundi kitang tanan. So let us always pray for that, nga ma-avoid na ng mga ingana. Pero despite of that, of the sacrifices sa ilahang pamilya, again, the results of 2019, they triple did that in this year's election. Daghang salamat, Vice Gov. And sa syudad sa Oroqueta, Mayor Lemel, daghang salamat for keeping our team intact. Nataas-taas gamay na to atong pasensya. Daghang salamat. And sa lungsod sa Aluran, and lungsod sa Panaon, despite nga wala sila tagsa-tagsa ka kontra, they have exerted their effort. They double time ilang effort despite of that, just to make the Team Ascenso win in their respective lungsod. Daghang salamat, Mayor June Pailaga and family, and Mayor Roa, sa imuhang dako kayong tabang. And sa lungsod sa Jimenez, Mayor Chong, daghan kayong salamat. I know, pagpadagan nimo sa kampanya sa Jimenez, ako ang corporate style ang imuhang pagdala this time, and daghan kayong salamat sa team pagpadaog sa Team Ascenso dito sa lungsod sa Jimenez. So I can only hope that one day I could be able to sit in a high table among the good, selflessness, and noble public servants of Misamis Occidental. My journey is a long and lisod. Muhangyo gyud ko kaninyong tanan nga dili kita magundang og pag-ampo, and I akong isaad kaninyo nga ang ako ang dedication, dili ko gusto mo fail aning dapita. I hope nga magkatrabaho ta, magkonsultahay ta para mahatag nato ato ang serbisyo sa Misamis Occidental. Daghang salamat ug mayong buntag kanatong tanan.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our first district representative, Congressman Jason P. Almonte. And now, to take his oath, may I request Congressman Sancho Fernando Ando Waminal to take the center stage together with his family. Requesting again Vice Governor Rowena L. Gutierrez and of course Congressman Jason P. Almonte to stand as their witness.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Sancho Fernando Fuentes Waminal,
of
Circumferential Road, Lampan, Uzami City,
having been elected as
representative 2nd District of Misamis Occidental,
hereby solemnly swear that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines. And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our 2nd District Representative, Congressman Sancho Fernando Ando Waminal. Requesting as well, Fuentes family, so you'll be the next to have your picture taken. Requesting Fuentes family to come up on stage for the picture taking. Right now, our 2nd District Representative will deliver his inspiring message. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Sancho Fernando Ando Waminal.
Thank you. You are all here, most valued and important guests, so I will not have to mention you one by one. But of course, to our spiritual guide, the father of the whole province, the Archdiocese, Archbishop Martin Homowad, to our administrating officer who flew in today just to be with us and is gonna fly back to Manila tonight to attend the inauguration of our incoming president. Sir, we are going to be on the same flight. Justice Jose Maidas Marquez. And of course, sa walay pagdapig-dapig, our new governor of the province, our Father Henry S. Waminal, with his partner in public service, Vice Governor Rowena Gutierrez, and my partner in Congress soon. We are both neophytes, Boss Congressman Jason Almonte. I have a short prepared speech, so allow me to read this. I promised Gov that I will just take a few minutes because we all know that he will take a few hours. To all our esteemed guests, our VIPs, every one of you, our newly elected public servants and fellow Misamisnons, a pleasant morning to you all. How time flies. It was not just long ago when I took my oath as mayor of Misamis. And now, by the grace of God, I am standing before you all with a new mandate, which is to serve as your representative in the 2nd District of Misamis Occidental. Our journey was memorable, just as it was unprecedented in view of the challenges we have faced due to the global crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic. As such, I would like to extend my enduring gratitude to all of you for standing with us through it all. Without a doubt, I have big shoes to fill, considering that our beloved outgoing Congressman, Deputy Speaker Henry Waminal, has introduced and initiated several projects in our district that have been transformative and uplifting for the lives of our fellow Misamisnons for the last 9 years. As much as I am pressured, I rest my thoughts on the fact that I am standing on the shoulders of giants, particularly on the shoulders of my predecessor. As such, I hereby commit myself to continue his legacy by promoting public welfare, especially for those who are marginalized, and strengthening of local government units, as well as in increasing the downpour of infrastructure projects to further accelerate our development in the district and uplift the quality of lives of every Misamisnon. My experience as a local chief executive for the past 3 years has taught me so many things, mostly in our system of bureaucracy. I have personally witnessed so many instances when local government units will just be surprised to know that a national government agency would recommend and implement projects in the absence of any prior coordination with us. Worse, there would be times when some of our national government agencies will purposely exclude the LGU's participation in any stage of execution by implying their mistrust in it as an institution. Kaya kayong mga national government agencies, magkikita-kita tayo. As such, more often than not, these projects or programs become unnecessary expenditures of the people, for it does not address any problem of the community, or that it is sometimes given to ineligible beneficiaries. DSWD, DA. All this inspired me to ensure that as I serve and advance the interests of our district in the national legislature, to become an instrument in bridging the gap between the programs of the national and local governments through participative and proactive formulation of projects and programs, including the identification of its beneficiaries. More importantly, to strive to uphold the rule of law at all times as an effective means of promoting peace and order and in safeguarding the people from lawlessness. Moreover, in obedience to my newly received mandate as your representative in Congress, which has the power of the purse, I will endeavor for the funding of programs and projects which our people really need for the furtherance of their well-being and the actualization of their aspirations. Thus, to address this shortcoming or vacuum, I will strongly advocate that LGUs be consulted and involved by the national government agencies from formulation down to the implementation of any of their projects to realize our vision of Ascenso Segundo Distrito. So that when such public and infrastructure services are affected, it will be cohesive with all our development goals and its effects will be pervasive, that it could be truly felt in the grassroots of our economy. And this way we could likewise honor and maximize the value of our taxpayers' hard-earned money and contribution to nation building. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote from Mr. Naskar, a humanitarian thinker. Every reformer is a public servant, but not every public servant is a reformer. Now, I just finished my prepared speech. I just have some few words to add. You know, I think the victory that that the people gave us in the last 2022, in the recently concluded elections, is a very strong manifest of their support and trust to Team Ascenso. It was unprecedented. Imagine an incumbent governor not getting half of the votes of his rival, and a city mayor for 30 years against a city mayor for 3 years not getting, I think, or less, garnering less than 1/3 of the votes of her rival, yours truly. Now, I think one of the main reasons why we were given that trust by the people is because of our performance and our track record. I think they speak for themselves. I believe they speak for themselves. So, as for me, for Kong Jason, who has also been a mayor for 9 years, and for Gov. Henry, I think we do not need to brag about our accomplishments. I think the people have felt it, the people have seen it, and now that we have been given that trust again, it is our duty or our obligation to continue in taking care of the trust of the people and to continue in producing, in delivering all those projects, those programs that the people deserve from us. But I would just like to focus on one very important aspect. One that is, I think, should be the top of our list. And that is the peace and order situation of our province. You know, yesterday I delivered my valedictory address as Mayor of Misamis. And yes, I was having mixed emotions. But one thing that really saddened me was that in the last 6 months of my administration as mayor, bumalik ang drugs sa Misamis. Bumalik ang krimen. Now, we have here Colonel Jovi Espinido. He risked his life and of that of his family to rescue Misamis. You know, when Misamis is safe, all other towns and cities in our province will follow, because Misamis is the gateway to our province. Sadly, in the last 6 months, bumalik. Now, one thing that we should always remember moving forward is that these criminal syndicates, the drug lords, the kuratong, the criminals, we should always remember that if they are given a chance to return, even if that is just a 10% chance, they will take it because they want to retake Misamis and they want to retake the province. That is why it is very important for us to be united. I do not think any one of us here would like to go back to the dark ages of Misamis and the dark ages of the province. I think this peace and order we have been enjoying for the past 5 years is something that we are treasuring. But we have to do our part. We have to be strong. We have to support what is right, what is good, what is legal, and run after the illegal. Run after those who are doing harm to our locality. We do not want to experience what we have gone through last 2022 elections. We almost lost our father, but worse, our friend and our supposed vice governor lost his life. All because of the personal ambitions of the criminals and the drug lords. If they can do that to a very well-protected person, Mayor Michael was also well protected. He had his bodyguards with him. Then they, for sure, can do that to any of us, to any Misamis. So I'm asking for your continued support, especially in this war against drugs and criminalities. Buti na lang po, nabalik yung hepe natin, si Major Tano in Misamis. I would say, yung mga pulis, mga opisyal na may kaso ngayon, some are in Misamis, some are in the province, some are in the region. If you will be found guilty, which most likely you will be, of any misdoing, misconduct, swerte kayo. You know why? Kayo, Ramos, So, Baliwag, yung nasa province, nasa region. Swerte kayo dahil kilala nyo ang makakalaban nyo. Si Kong Ando Waminal, si Mayor Indy Waminal, si Governor Henry Waminal, at ang buong sambayanang Misamis nun. We are here not just doing our jobs, not just delivering the services or programs, but we are also here risking our lives. And we are doing this because you have entrusted your lives and the future of this province to us. But in so doing, each and every one of us must also do our part. I know today is supposed to be a joyous day of merriment, but we should not forget what happened last December. We lost a friend, we lost our vice governor, and it seems that people are starting to forget because there are many reported cover-ups being done in the higher-ups. So, as we continue to serve, as we continue in our event, let us remember our friend and let us not let Mayor Michael die in vain. Let us continue to seek the justice that his family deserves, and let us continue to work together to enjoy the real peace and order that every Misamis nun deserve. I think sakto na siguro to nga extension kamay. So again, thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your trust. And as I have said in my valedictory address yesterday, I do not know where I'll be 3 years from now, but I look forward in serving you as your congressman in the next 3 years to come. Daghang salamat, and may God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Onetv special report.